The body is incredibly wise. So it makes you wonder if the annoying and uncomfortable symptoms that the physical body often experiences, are they something that we just need to get rid of? Or is there wisdom in them? Is it possible that maybe the body is trying to tell us something? Is there something that we need to make peace with? Is there a direction that maybe you're moving in that's not actually in your highest good and your body's trying to let you know? Is your heart and your brain out of alignment? Is the way that you are feeling and the way that you are acting in your life and in the world out of alignment? Because if there's a disconnect between those things, your body is absolutely going to let you know.
I believe we're in this space of a potential mass and very positive shift of consciousness. And the movement that I think would be very salutary and take humanity to another level would really be an insistence on having reliable sources of truth.
The truth resides in all the cosmologies. If you really look at them, you see the truth. You know, a shaman is sitting with a Sufi, who's sitting with a Kabbalist, who's sitting with a Christian mystic and a yogi, and they're all sitting around the fire and they recognize in each other a different expression of that divine truth, but that it's the same truth, even though it has a different clothing to it, different language. And by that, we're talking about the self that you can only experience. You can't point at it because then it becomes an object. And you're not the object, you are the thing, the very thing that it is that.
And advertising isn't aimed at your frontal lobes, your cerebral cortex. It's aimed at the brainstem, that reptile brain, that fish brain, way deep inside your brain. And it doesn't matter how smart you are, or it will go right through and affect that. And really, especially with digital, that's why they went to digital technologies with television, so subliminals cannot be detected. And basically, there is no way to protect yourself from them other than to avoid the source of the propaganda. So, you know, my number one thing, if you want to feel better, if you want to get rid of that confusion, the number one thing you can do is stop watching television and the movies. These things are they're literally there to program you. And if you don't want to be programmed, you need to go away from that and let the inner core of the inner essence of yourself come out. And actually, one of the best ways to do that is to be in nature.
To know thyself, who am I? And to make sure that you're on your life plan, once you are yourself again, what is it that I'm trying to achieve? And let the answer come from here and let it imbue your mind. The answer should come from here, like a flower opening, and then it wafts up to your mental body. And then you'll be able to understand intellectually what it is that you're trying to achieve. But work that way, not from mind first, right? Get rid of the mind, who am I? Reside as the self, then ask the self, what is it that I'm trying to achieve? And without realizing it, we will put ourselves right onto our life plan. That's how you do it. And let that waft up. Don't reach for it. Don't even analyze it. Ask the question and let the perfume of the self emanate. And you will get a gigantic inhale of the essence of yourself. And then your mind will be able to know what it is that you're actually trying to achieve. And once the finite mind or rational mind or the intellect understands what it is it can do, we can then go from thought, emotion, action, and behavior, which is part of the subset of the order of creation. And then we can start to proceed to create and envision and manifest what it is that we're trying to achieve. They might be the two most important questions we ever ask ourselves. You might not need to ask yourself any other questions, ever.